Hey everybody, we are live. I'm live here with Nadine Mullings. She's going to be able to share who she is, but today we are having a conversation around hashtag sales versus hashtag marketing. So Nadine is a marketer and I am a sales person, a sales advocate, a sales fan. And I say pick sales. And Nadine says what? What does Nadine say?
Hashtag marketing all day long.
Listen, listen, I have been an entrepreneur for a little over a year, and I'm telling you, it is frustrating because people think and tell me that, oh, you're a marketer, you're a marketer. And I'm thinking, no, I'm a salesperson. What are you talking about? Please stop calling me a marketer. And now more than ever, since COVID-19, I really don't want to be called a marketing expert because I feel like they do different things. So I'm
Mhm.
going to give you a chance. I know why I'm passionate about sales, right? Because
Yeah.
I believe in persuasion and helping people to convert and get money. But you, on the other hand, are different. So what
Yeah.
makes you hashtag marketing and
Well,
why?
first of all, I do want to put a disclaimer and say hashtag team sales and marketing. It really
Okay,
is a
okay.
marriage. So I will say, even though I'm hashtag team marketing all day, every day, sales is very necessary in any organization, just as much as marketing is necessary in any organization. So I feel it's really a marriage, and it's a marriage of sales and marketing. So the real team is hashtag sales and marketing. But for the
Okay.
for this discussion, we're going to break it down between marketing and sales because I think a lot of people are confused. Some people don't even realize what's the difference between marketing and what's the difference between sales. And I actually didn't know anything about marketing until I took a marketing course in college.
Right.
So if we back it up many, many years ago when I went to college, I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur and a business owner. That was something I knew from the age of 9. I knew that was something that I want. I didn't even truly understand what that meant, but I knew I wanted to, have a business and have
Hmm.
employees at the age of 9. you know,
Wow.
but I didn't understand all the different departments within a business. And when I went to college, my major first started off as just general business. So I had a general business major, and I took a marketing class and fell in love. I was like, what is this thing called marketing? This is amazing. I love it. Something in my spirit just took to marketing, and I've been hashtag team marketing ever since. But to define it, since it is so confusing, what exactly is marketing? Marketing really is any activity that you do in order to be visible in the marketplace. So you can generate leads, generate interest so people know about your business. So you think about visibility and being known is what generates the leads for people to then buy from you. So marketing is pretty much any activity that you do in order to be visible in the marketplace and also to generate leads.
Okay, so I mean, I think on team marketing sound too, because I do love being visible and, getting out there for people and for myself. So that is marketing. So
Yes.
what is the main difference between sales and marketing then?
So I'm going to try and simplify it because marketing, because it's any activity that you do in order to be visible and generate leads. To be honest, it's 1,001 things that you can do to market your business. If you think about traditional marketing and back in the days before we had online or internet, it was things like magazine ads, being on the radio, buying a billboard on the highway. All of those is creating visibility for your business and generating leads when they call the numbers or they look at the ad, whatever the case may be. Those are types of marketing for traditional marketing. Things kind of started to shift in the late 1990s when the internet started booming and becoming popular. And they realized there's ways that you can actually reach people and be visible and engage with people online. And so it's created things like email marketing, it's created things like Facebook ads, it created social media marketing, and a whole bunch of other ways that you can be visible and active in order to generate engagement and visibility for your business so people can know, like, and trust your organization, which will lead to sales. So that's just an example of many of the different types of marketing that you can do in order to generate leads for your business.
So people are just definitely engaging in all of the marketing things. I mean, they want to be on, I guess, a podcast. Is
That
that sales or marketing?
marketing,
Marketing. And
yeah,
they like to be on lives, sales or marketing.
marketing.
Okay. So they like all these things. So actually those people who are on the podcast and on lives, they're on hashtag marketing team, huh?
They're hashtag marketing team, but I'm going to add an asterisk. If you're on a Facebook Live or if you're on a podcast and you have a call to action that is something in like, oh, you're selling a course or something like that, and go to, I'm just making something up, crashcourseonline.com to learn more about it or to purchase today. If you have that call to action and then someone clicks on the link or types in the information, crashcourseonline.com, and purchases, then that has now generated you a sale. But the sale has come from the marketing activity of being on the podcast or being on the Facebook Live, but then you push them to a sales page where the
Hey.
actual sales took place. So that
Mm.
marketing activity now transferred to a sale activity because they're on a sales page, which then generated sales for your business. So a lot of times in the online space, you're pushing people to a sales page. And then a lot of times in the offline space, you're pushing people to a sales conversation. And once people
Mm.
hit a sales page, they make a purchase. Cha-ching, ching. That's what we want in business,
You
right?
do that.
Money
So
in our business.
listen, so do you create sales pages?
I don't create sales pages, but it's a part of your whole funnel, for lack of a better word, because I hate to use the word funnel. So, part of your whole process at the very end of your marketing and your activities, whether it's podcasts, Facebook Lives, blogs, whatever the case may be, you should be pushing them to something in where they can make a purchase. And that could be
Hmm.
the sales page, which is more hashtag team sales. So a sales
Okay.
page is more hashtag team sales, and
Yay.
sales conversations are hashtag team sales.
Sales.
So think
Yes.
about anything that's generating the actual sales. If they're clicking on a button on a page, they're on a sales page, they're getting a sale. If they're having a conversation with you on the phone, you're having a conversation, they're giving you their credit card information, is hashtag team sales. But what caused that hashtag team sales was hashtag team marketing, because they're on a podcast, they're doing a Facebook Live. Those are the activities that generates to sales.
So basically, I do marketing activities to help reduce
The
sales.
sales. Yeah, because you're producing leads, which leads to either people going and visiting your sales page or signing up for a conversation with you, especially if the product is of a high amount. Most people aren't necessarily going to, it depends, but some people want a conversation before they're going to purchase something that's thousands of dollars versus clicking on a link on a sales page. If you're buying something that's, less than $100, it's easy to just click on the thing and purchase. But for higher ticket sales, sometimes it requires a conversation. You want to hear that person and say, these are the questions I have about this product or whatever. So I think, and you correct me because sales is your thing. So your
Listen,
hashtag
I
team
require
sales.
anybody who wants to sell me to have a conversation. Look,
Yes.
if you want me as a client, you better pick up the phone. But
But
that's
I'm
me.
sure
You
you've
know,
purchased stuff like on Amazon and, online where you've
I
never had a
have.
conversation. So you
Yes,
were led to a sales page that
that's
maybe
true.
described what the item was, told you how much it cost, and you're like, yeah, I want that product. Click, I'm going to purchase it. You never talked to anyone in that case. So you can think of a sales page as your salesperson online, where that page is doing the work of a salesperson.
Okay. So writing of the sales page, is that hashtag sales or hashtag marketing?
That's hashtag team copyright.
Okay. Oh
Copywriting
shoot, let me write this down. Team
and
copyright.
copywriting is usually within the marketing department. So if you look at a big corporation, a copywriter is usually someone that works within the marketing department, not in the sales department. So it can be confusing, but when it comes to
Can be.
it
It
can
is
be
confusing.
it is confusing, but most of the time when someone creates a sales page, like I'll just say in a big organization, the person that creates that sales page is usually a copywriter that has the writing skills and the ability to articulate very well in order to allow the person to feel comfortable purchasing online. And most of the time, a copywriter is in a marketing department, not a sales department.
Okay, so real quick, I want to give some shout outs. I see Vanity Bar Little. What's up, girl?
Hey, nice to see you.
I know, right? Andrea Constantino on here saying hey.
Hey, Andrea.
And Callie Alonso from our Women of Purpose International group in the house. What's
Hey,
up,
Callie.
Callie? All right, cool. So yes, we have to continue this conversation because the people need to know. Someone said this is great info because I'm telling you, this is complicated. I'm
Yeah,
still trying to decipher this thing through. So if
yeah,
there's 1,001 ways for small businesses to market, I mean, we talked about probably 4 or 5 already in just
yeah.
10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What's the first step in narrowing it down?
The first step in narrowing it down is your audience. Where is your audience more than likely going to be? So, if you pick traditional marketing back in the days before online ever existed, and you know that, say, for example, that you're trying to reach African American women and you want to put an ad in a magazine, you're going to look at a magazine like Essence Magazine, for example, because that's their audience. That's who reads their magazine. So it's going to make sense for you to put an ad in Essence Magazine. So the first thing you want to think about is, who is my audience? Who is my audience and where are they in large quantities? Whether it's traditional marketing or online marketing, where are they going to be in large quantities? And what is the best way and most effective way for me to reach that particular audience? So if we move it from traditional, where we talked about a magazine ad back in the days when a lot of people were doing more traditional stuff, and you move it to online, maybe that is now a group online, like a Facebook group for African American women, and potentially being active within a Facebook group is marketing activity. So it really is number one, who is your audience? Because that's going to narrow down where you need to be. And then number two, based on your type of business, what type of ad you need to be doing. Some businesses are very visual. Like if you think of a clothing company, for example, you're going to want to show your clothing line. So you're going to want maybe an ad that shows the clothes or a video or something along those lines. Or if you're more like an accountant and you want to show your knowledge, then you'd want to do something more along the lines of a blog. So to simplify it, think of it two ways. Where's your audience? Because that's where you need to, where's your audience in large quantities? Because that's where you need to be. And what type of business do you have? And how is that best showcased? Is it showcased best visually? Is it showcased best audio? Is it showcased best by words? So your audience and your business is going to dictate what type of marketing activity is going to make sense for your business.
Okay, so I know that you have like your best practices, but like how many things or ways should you choose as a small business? Like,
Yeah. So, ideally, as a solopreneur or a team of less than 5 people, it's important for you to be very focused when it comes to your marketing. And when I say focus, even on social media, you see so many things you could do. YouTube, you can do Facebook, you can do Pinterest, even though YouTube and Pinterest are more search engines than social media.
oh
But
Jesus,
there's
please don't
so
take us too deep, Nadine. Keep a high level for us,
okay,
please. I
let
almost
me not go
look. I
so deep.
almost went all the way. No one. No hashtag sales. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. No.
Hashtag team marketing. So now I almost lost my train of thought. So because you're a solopreneur or a smaller team, you really want to just focus on three things. Three things that you can do consistently, because marketing is all about consistency. People aren't going to know about your business. You aren't going to generate leads unless you're doing it consistently, because we're all super busy and we get all super caught up in different things. So just putting a message out there once and expecting to get leads or generate sales from it is not going to happen. So you have to be consistent over a period of time of doing things. And I always recommend to my clients at least 6 months. No matter what it is, at least 6 months consistently doing it, whether it's doing it every week, doing it every other week. But for a 6 month period, you've consistently marketed your business three different ways, three key ways related to your audience and to your business. That would be ideal for a solopreneur or a company that has a small team. Just focus on three things. That's it.
Okay. And so, what I was thinking would be fun is if we discuss some activities and then
Okay.
decide, are they more sales or are they more marketing?
Okay.
Okay. So some of the ones I put was giving pitch. Giving a pitch.
Giving a pitch, I would say, and you can jump in here, Georgie, if you
Okay, I
disagree.
will. I
We'll
already
do
know
the
what I
back and
think now.
forth. Giving a pitch, in my mind, is generating visibility for your company,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it generates leads for your company. So I would say hashtag team marketing.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you because it does give you visibility. Most of the time when you do a pitch, especially if it's a trying to get like a startup or something, you're trying to get people to jump on your social media. That's kind of marketing as
Mhm.
well. Okay, so I think they're both. What about making a call for an appointment?
Making a call for an appointment, I would say, is hashtag team sales.
Hashtag team sales for sure. Ah, love making calls. Got my phone right here. All right. So, what about social media posting?
Social media posting is hashtag team marketing.
Definitely. And my goodness, there's about how many social media platforms are there now?
Like a lot. There's because there's very nichey social media sites that a
I
lot of
mean,
people aren't that familiar with. We all know about the big ones like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, but there's so many other ones that are small and nichey that aren't as popular. So there's possibly hundreds.
oh
There's
my
really a
goodness.
lot. Mhm.
Okay. Wow. All right. How about, I mean, this is kind of general. So, what about brainstorming?
Brainstorming, I love, and I would have to say hashtag team marketing.
I sort of think you're right. I
Yeah,
think brainstorming is a marketing thing. I mean, in sales, we kinda know what we want. We know what we're trying to do. I mean, we might ask some questions to find out which product they need, but brainstorming is a definitely a social or a marketing. Look, I'm trying to use my right terminology. A marketing action.
yeah,
I do some consulting where you do strategy sessions to come up with ideas,
yeah.
so in that way I would maybe throw it to sales, but definitely gonna
Yeah.
agree with you on marketing. What
I
about
would
this?
say, well, just to add on to that, I would say
Mhm.
brainstorming can be sales if you're hashtag brainstorming sales specific things, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So if it's sales specific things, then of course brainstorming would be hashtag team sales. But when it comes to ideas to generate visibility, generate leads, um,
Content,
content, uh, anything along those type of ideas,
titles,
brainstorming. What was the last one,
subject
George?
lines, subject lines and
Subject
titles,
lines,
hashtag marketing.
hashtag marketing all day. That's all like content marketing, brainstorming stuff. Definitely hashtag team marketing.
All right, cool, cool, cool. Now, this one, I feel like I strongly know this is not on my team. This is on your team.
Okay.
But
You
you
didn't even
can,
have to ask yet.
I
It's just,
don't, but I'm going to share it with all the audience, and that is avatar building.
yes, I love it. Yes, I love it. And I do something different because
Okay.
Avatar to me seems so foreign, like you're creating an alien or something. What's your
Yes.
avatar? Yeah, and so for those people watching that might not be familiar with the process, a lot of times in the marketing space, they tell you to create an avatar, which is like an ideal client, a person that you're actually speaking to when it comes to your marketing. And at the end of the day, the person that you want to sell to, because
Right.
you don't want to sell to everybody. Because when you
Mm-mm.
have a message that's to everybody, you're actually talking to nobody. So that's like the worst marketing strategy is when you don't have an avatar, as they say in the
Right.
industry. And so an avatar could be like demographics. What's their age? What's their actual any type of demographics? What area of the country they may be living in? Whatever's important for your particular person, you will put that in the avatar or ideal client. So a lot of people teach you to create an avatar because I come from a faith-based world and I'm more spiritual and I believe in what God calls you to do, I always teach my clients to look for who is God calling you to serve
Mm-hmm.
specifically. Don't think of
Yeah.
an avatar, don't think of an ideal client, but really sit down and look in your spirit and feel who you have a heart for, which is usually in your heart. God is calling you to serve a specific group of people or help. It's really just who is it that you really feel pulled in your heart to help. And that is really your calling of who you are called to serve. So I kind of shy away, as much as I'm hashtag team marketing, I shy away from the traditional marketing terminology of creating an avatar or an ideal client. And as a faith-based individual, I look at who is God calling me to serve, and
That's
what is that
unique.
particular person, and write down based on what I feel spirit led God is calling me to serve, and write down who that is. For me, to give you an example, I feel God is calling me to serve Christian women who, or women of faith, who are in business, and they just are needing help in the space of marketing, so they can get clear on their marketing and they can figure out who they're called to serve.
Yes. I mean, sometimes you have to hear stuff in a different way to
Yeah,
really connect to it. I mean, I've heard ideal client, target market, avatar, and your calling. Oh, I love it. It's so passionate.
yeah.
All right. So the next one is a 30-second pitch,
A 30-second pitch.
or what is that?
Well,
30-second commercial.
oh, commercial. If it's a commercial, I would still say it's hashtag team marketing because you're generating leads or interest. What do you think?
I think hashtag sales because it's short and it's sweet and it's direct.
Right.
But I do also think it's hashtag marketing because if you do not know who you're called to or who your ideal client is, I cannot create one for you. I
Right.
mean, I'm just like, I help everyone, go to school.
Yeah.
Like, good
Yeah.
luck.
And I think probably is hashtag team sales and marketing. Remember how we talked about in the
Yes,
beginning?
hashtag. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
trying to
No,
connect with my marketing people more. I
yeah,
love you guys.
definitely. I think that, there are aspects of it that is hashtag team marketing and aspects of it that's hashtag team sales. But like we said in the beginning, it's really a marriage. It starts with kind of the courting, like marketing is like the courting, and then sales is like you're committed and you're married because now you've sold the product or service to that person. So it really is a marriage
I
between
need
the two.
help. Okay, so this is where I'm at. Okay, I'm sorry if I cut you off. This is
Yeah,
this is where I think I'm narrowing it down some here. So the marketing where the visibility comes and the different activities to draw the leads are fun
yeah,
to me. But the technical side of marketing, the behind the scenes art of the marketing, the analytics and the tactics, that are behind the scenes that marketer people do. Like, what is that difference that I'm trying to peg there? Do you know what I'm talking about?
So when you
The
talk about behind the scenes, there's a lot of different things that could be happening behind the scenes. We
the
talked,
data, the analytics, the
yeah,
the really the like laser points part of marketing that when you're on lives and getting people to look at you is fun, but
yeah,
then there's this like actual strategy behind it that
yeah.
is really marketing.
Yeah, and that's still fun too. Marketing period, because I'm hashtag team marketing. Every aspect of it to me is fun.
Okay. Okay.
And the
Okay.
analytics really is just the tracking. Anything that you do activity wise to promote your business, to get visibility, to generate leads, you should be tracking. Is this working
Hmm.
or is it not? And the great thing about online marketing and the online activities that we do, everything can be tracked online. So you can see how many people view your video. You can see how many people click on a link. You can see how many people open an email. Everything is trackable. So analytics and marketing analytics is really just going back behind and saying, okay, did these Facebook lives work? Did these emails that we sent out work? Did we get a lot of people engaging? Did we get a lot of people clicking or opening? So analytics in my mind when it comes to marketing is still fun because it's really just telling you how the fun things that you're doing to market your business, if they're working or not. And it doesn't make sense having a business and marketing and not knowing and going back and seeing if it's working.
That's
And
true.
working, yeah, working could be a matter of different analytics. It could be views. It could views is exposure. It could be clicks. Clicks could be to a sales page, like we talked about before. And when it's clicks to a sales page, on that sales page, what was the conversion rate for that page? So, of the 10 people that went to your sales page, how many actually clicked to actually purchase the product? If it's a 1% sales conversion rate, those are all analytics, but the analytics is basically telling you a story. Is it working or is it not? So that's fun for
Right.
me too.
Well, I think with me, because I'm in the sales world, I think one of the challenges that I was facing is teaching people what tools they need to track sales,
Mm,
other than a paper and a pen. And then if they're trying to help me, they're using me to help them get exposure, going into the community, going to events, getting cards. Then what do we do with the cards so that you're able to track the progress of these cards? And then when it gets down to that inbound call or inbound sale, or how are we tracking the conversion of that? And
yeah.
so I like pick up, I guess, where you drop off, and I'm like, okay, now if I'm bringing you all these contacts, but what are we doing with them?
Yeah.
I can't
Go ahead.
go. No, you go, 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 go.
So what I was gonna say is a great tool for something like that is a CRM, a customer relationship management system. So when, for example, you talked about having cards and you go to like a networking event when we were out networking in person back in the days, earlier
Yeah.
2020,
Mm-hmm.
before all of this pandemic, then you're able to put those contacts in a CRM, a customer relationship management system, and then you're able to track reaching out to people. Maybe you send them an email and say, it was nice meeting you at this networking event. I'd love to connect with you and have a virtual coffee. Well, now it's virtual coffees or
Yes.
in-person coffee, whatever the case may be. Then you note it in the CRM. Contacted Jane Doe, met at ABC networking, meeting for coffee next week. You meet for coffee, you have a great conversation, you have a good connection. You're not ready to have sales. This kind of goes into like business development. And I know we've had this conversation before.
Girl.
So you note that in the CRM
That's the
system.
part that I love. That's the part
Yeah,
that I want.
that's the
But I was
relationship.
finding that a lot of my clients didn't have that.
Yeah,
So then now, as I've been at home and reflecting, I'm like, well, maybe I'm like in talking to you and some of my other friends who are sales experts or more marketing experts, they're telling me, Georgie, business development is what you do. And
yes,
that's why you're
yeah,
looking for this
yeah,
CRM. And this is why
yeah.
you can't find the tools that you want and the things that you need because you actually need to kind of switch it up. And then I'm
Yeah.
like,
I
what?
honestly do believe, and I mentioned to you before, that you're more hashtag business development than sales. Like I said before, sales is more like the sales page if you're pushing people to purchase something online, or a sales conversation where you're in conversation and then you're getting someone's credit card at the end of the conversation to make the sale. That's what I say. At the end of the day, it's making the sale. Business development is just keeping in contact with someone for a period of time, adding value, which you're awesome at adding value. You're like, hey, look at this article, look at this thing that just posted. That's more hashtag team business development. And we're not going to add another hashtag in there,
Oh,
but that's what
well, we
I
could.
see you more hashtag business development versus hashtag sales. And I know this isn't a conversation about the difference between sales and business development. That's a whole nother can of worms. This is more about a conversation between hashtag marketing and hashtag sales. Maybe we need to do this again and
We
add
do.
someone on
We do. Or else
business
you're going to
development,
probably,
and then we'll talk
yeah.
about hashtag sales, hashtag marketing, hashtag business development. Then we'd have to bring someone that does branding, and it would be
Oh,
hashtag
yeah.
branding. Then we'll be hashtagging like 20 different things at the end of the day.
Yes, yes. You guys tag somebody in branding, tag your
Yes, we'd
people
love
in
to
business
chat.
development because business development is what I do, but it's a new
Yes.
conversation that I've just been in.
Yeah.
And I did change some of my branding to reflect business development, and it really has drawn a lot of my target market to me. So I'm really grateful for that. And so we have some other ones, but I think these we should save. What do you think? Because we have been going for like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Do you
I mean,
want
I'm
to?
down for doing one or two more. And like I
Okay.
said, I'm always open to jumping on. I love doing Facebook Lives and just talking about marketing. But like I said, it's so big and broad that you could bring in other experts that talk about business development, that talk about branding, because people confuse marketing and branding all the time. So even having those conversations, maybe a panel of us to really go deep into each aspect.
Then look at this Facebook user, and the reason why their names aren't showing up because they didn't give StreamYard permission to show
Okay,
them. But this one's difference between branding and public
there
relations.
you go. It's
Oh
true.
my God,
What
yes,
is
we
the
need to
difference?
have
And
that one.
there's a big difference between branding and public relations too.
Cool. So the next thing I want you to tell me is building a website.
Hmm. Building a website to me is a big hub online. So building a website is actually hashtag sales and marketing, because it's like your online store. It's your hub, it's your home online. So there's aspects of your home online that is very much marketing. And I'll give you an example. It's your opt-ins. If you have an opt-in on your website, click here to sign up for whatever your download is, and then they get on your email list, and now you're nurturing them. That's marketing. You're nurturing them, and you're getting them as a lead for your business. If you have a click here to sign up for a conversation, a free consultation, say, for example,
Mhm.
that's hashtag team sales, right? Because now you're in a conversation, and potentially at the end of that conversation, you can be collecting someone's credit card. So when it comes to your website, because it's such a big hub and there's so many things you can do on a website, I honestly would say hashtag sales and marketing. What is your
Okay.
thought?
I agree. I agree
Yeah.
with both, and I would have went hashtag marketing first though, because I do think that as a sales expert, I do not want to create anyone's um, website, because the creativity and the skill that it takes to graphically show up in that's hashtag marketing, hashtag out of
Yeah.
my box.
Yeah, but
So,
I guess I was thinking of it more of the aspect of the use of your website, but you were
hmm
thinking it more of an aspect of creating a website. Is that more hashtag
mm,
marketing or
ooh,
hashtag? Yeah,
gee.
so yeah, it's definitely hashtag team marketing, but also a hashtag team sales tool, if that makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just love this conversation. Okay, last one, last one. Ooh, okay. This is one of my favorite things. So I'm going with hashtag sales, networking.
Hashtag sales.
Okay, okay. And why don't you tell everyone why you believe?
I think it goes back to, you know what? I would even say it's hashtag business development.
Oh,
More than
okay.
hashtag team sales. But because again, I'm looking at sales as like, are you getting a credit card or making a sale at the end of the action? That's more hashtag team sales, in my opinion. So in networking, you're not necessarily, I'd say 90% of the time, you're not getting a credit card or making a sale at a networking event when you meet someone. You're developing a relationship that eventually will either lead to a client or a partner or a collaboration or something along the lines. So when I truly think about networking, maybe it's more hashtag team business development more than
Mhm.
hashtag team sales. Again, this is a fluid conversation. So some people may think it's hashtag sales and some may think it's hashtag marketing. And again, we're talking about, business development being a key thing in everything too.
Oh no, I think I love sales, and then I might be cheating with business development. Like business development might be my boo, and then sales is like my other boo.
So, Georgie, let me ask you, how would you define sales then? Is it what define sales? So then
Sales is the dollar, right? Sales is
it's a
the money.
purchase.
It's the
Yeah,
money conversation. And because I'm in business development, but love having the sales conversation, I feel like I'm in love with them both. And
yeah,
I think that when you say sales and then go into business development, it's like you're telling people up front, like, listen, I'm building this relationship, but it's for a transaction here, like,
yeah,
and for multiple like a lifelong transaction that I'm gonna want. So, I
yeah.
mean, I'm gonna build a relationship with you, and I love you, and I'm gonna care for you. But if I have a product that will serve you, I'm going to ask you to buy it.
Yeah,
That's
that makes sense. But wouldn't you say in networking, if you think about networking in general, you're not asking someone to necessarily buy your product or service the first time you meet them at a
no,
networking event,
never usually.
right? So
You're
that's why
just
I'm thinking it's
being
more
friendly.
business development because you're not getting the dollar at networking.
Mm. I love it. I mean, it's great. It's just a
I
great
know if
conversation all over.
yeah, if
It's
people could chime in, give us your opinion as to
I
what's hashtag
know.
team sales versus hashtag business development versus hashtag marketing. Enough of the hashtags, but there's a lot out there.
We're gonna go back and we're gonna post articles and conversations, and I'm gonna ask you to, like, keep sending me your blogs, and then I'm gonna post them on my page, because
Okay.
I definitely want to keep this conversation going, and I want feedback from everyone. Right now we're on Facebook and YouTube right now, but take where once I figure out how to take this conversation to LinkedIn, we need to take it over to LinkedIn too, because
Yeah.
I think you're going to get a lot of people pegging in on the different ways this works. And I think it's hard for business owners, especially solopreneurs or entrepreneurs, to understand that there's like a marketing plan and a sales plan and a strategic plan and a technology plan and all these different plans to build this one operation.
Mhm.
And how do we know the difference? And how do we explain the difference?
So overall, you should have a business plan. Not everyone does, but within the business plan, then you're going to have the financial piece of your business. You know how to make it profitable, the sales that you need to make. You're going to have the marketing piece in the plan. You're going to have the sales, piece in the plan. So the overarching thing is your business plan. And then within your business plan, you're going to have plans for each division within your business, whether it's the finances, whether it's sales, whether it's marketing. That should be covered in your overall arching business plan, to be honest.
So what we'll do is we're going to brainstorm, everybody watching. Thank you. We're going to bring in some business development. We're going to bring in some
Yeah.
branding. We're going to bring in some public relations, and we're really going to just really just keep fine tuning our businesses so that we understand the differences in all these different things, because it is a lot. It can be overwhelming, and but you have support. Nadine is great support for you in the marketing realm and helping you decipher through these things. So why don't you share with us, how people can stay in contact with you and the best way to follow you and, learn from you, the great marketing expert.
Oh, well, first of all, thank you so much, Georgie, for starting this conversation. I think it's a great conversation, like you said, for people to truly understand the different aspects of business, including sales, marketing, branding, business development, and a ton of other things. So, thank you for creating this conversation. If people want to reach out to me specifically about marketing, the best place will be my hub online, which is my website, NadineMullings.com. That's Nadine Mullings, Mullings.com. That will be the best place. I am on social media. The platforms I prefer is Facebook. You can reach me on Facebook. My business page is facebook.com/Nadine Mullings, and on LinkedIn. Those are my main platforms that you can reach me. And my email for LinkedIn is nadine@nadinemullings.com. If you say you connected with, you saw my interview with Georgie, I'll happily accept your invitation on LinkedIn. But those are the main two platforms that I hang out on.
Great. Well, I am so excited. Once again, thank you so much. The conversation and the questions will continue to come in. So, follow the strands and please put your information in the comments after the StreamYard is over. And thanks again. And everybody,
This was
keep.
fun.
Yes, this was so fun. I think I have a couple more lives this week. Some of them, most of them are not about marketing and sales, but some of them are just, you know, introducing different friends that are super valuable, like Nadine, to the world.
Yeah.
The influence that I do have, I want to use to cheerlead, to elevate people, and just help business owners get more equipped to live their calling and to just
Yeah.
have fun. Like, you deserve to be happy when you go and through this journey, and you don't have to do it alone. You have support here, so use us up. We're here to live our purpose as well. So all right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and end the broadcast. See you
Bye.
guys later. All right, bye.